I'm gonna hit record. Can anybody see if it says recording?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So today, we're gonna be talking about the different types of characters in literature as well as in movies. So to start, I have a quick little like icebreaker questions. So I'll go first. My name is Breanna Borchers. I am a secondary English language arts major. I'm from a small town called Battle Creek in Nebraska. My favorite book is To Kill a Mockingbird, and my favorite movies are the Top Gun movies. So if you guys want to go down the line, and Sakina, if you want to go first.
Yeah, so my name is Sakina and I'm a mathematics major, and I'm taking this course as part of my minor in education studies. I am from Oman, from Middle East, and I really don't have a favorite book. And for the movies, I do have a lot of movies actually. I do that I like, but I'm gonna choose. There is a movie called Happy New Year, and I really like that one.
Cool. Thank you. Rihanna, do you want to go next? Oh, I think you're muted.
I'm Rhiannon Jurgens. I'm in the apprenticeship program with Tanner with LPS UNL and Nebraska Department of Education. Sorry, I don't know, my computer's acting weird, but anyways, so I'm from St. Edward, Nebraska originally. Um, and then I don't really have a favorite book or movie that I can think of, but I like true crime books, and then I really like documentary movies, especially true crime ones.
Great. Nice. Thank you. All right, Tanner.
My name's Tanner. I'm from Scottsbluff, Nebraska. I work at Park Middle School. I was the behavior technician for the last couple of years. Now I'm going to school and gonna do special ed secondary. My favorite book that's tough. Probably Into Thin Air by John Krakauer. And my favorite movie would probably be The Shawshank Redemption.
Nice. All right. Thank you guys. Okay, so before we start, these are our objectives. We're going to be able to define and differentiate between the different types of literary characters. After that, we'll be able to brainstorm examples of the different types of characters to apply our knowledge, and then determine what types of characters some popular characters are within movies and novels. So now, if you can, I would like you to click on this link and then type the different types of characters that you know into the little search box. And if it doesn't work, let me know, but it should. And if you can still see my screen when you guys type it in, it should come up with the word you typed in on here.
Can you repeat the question?
Yes, the question was, what are the different types of characters that you know?
You mean the names of the characters?
So the one that I'm going to give as an example is like a protagonist.
Oh,
Great job. And then give me a thumbs up when you're done. And you can write protagonist too. If you don't know any, you can write protagonist or antagonist. It looks like more than one person did antagonist, which is great. Yes, perfect. Okay, so antagonists and then supporting characters. So those are both great ones. Now we're going to go back to the slides and we'll talk about them. So this is going to be just a quick little video that we're going to watch that talks a little bit about what the 6 different types are. Can you guys hear that?
No?
Mm-mm.
You can't hear it? Shoot. Okay, I'm going to turn on the subtitles. I don't know why the sound's not working, but hopefully the subtitles. Can you see the subtitles?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so, oh my goodness. Okay, like you said in the video, the 6 types of characters are protagonist and antagonist, static, dynamic, round, and flat. So now we're going to talk about what each of those is, and then after we're going to think of some examples. So, I have this video for the protagonist and the antagonist, and I'm going to turn on the subtitles again because I don't know why the sound isn't working. Okay. So, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to plug my computer in. So that's the protagonist, and then this is the antagonist. Okay, could you guys all kind of follow along with that? Perfect. So the next ones are dynamic and static characters. So our dynamic characters are going to change over the whole course of the book or the movie, um, and they change internally and experience a major growth. And then at the end, they are a different person or character than who they were when they started. And opposite of that is a static character who stays the same, mostly set in their ways and does not make any drastic changes. So typically your static character is going to be like your evil villain, who just kind of stays the same and doesn't change at all. Next is the round and flat characters. So a round character is someone that you know a lot about. They have a lot of characteristics or traits. They're very well rounded, as it says in the name. And then they have a lot of depth. And then opposite of that is the flat characters, who are people or characters that you don't know a lot about. They lack depth and they're very simple or like two-dimensional characters. Additionally, there's 2 more that are pretty small types, but a minor character is someone that is even less than a flat character that is just kind of there, doesn't really add a lot to the story. And then a sympathetic character is somebody that you learn to sympathize with over the whole course of the story. So I don't know how many of you have seen or read the Harry Potter books, but Harry Potter would be a great example of a sympathetic character because you learn to sympathize with him as the story goes on. Okay, so now we're going to apply this knowledge. I'm going to check my time. Okay, so we're going to apply this knowledge and think of some examples. So these are going to be my examples. So the protagonist that I chose is Maverick from Top Gun. Obviously he's the main character. The antagonist I chose is Scar from The Lion King. He doesn't really change. Obviously the bad guy opposes the good guy. The round character, I have Shrek, and I want a quick give me a thumbs up if you've seen Shrek. Perfect. Okay, yesterday I had somebody that hadn't seen Shrek, and my whole next slide is using examples from Shrek. So that's perfect. The flat character example I have is this dude from Harry Potter because you don't really know much about him. And then my dynamic character is the Grinch. Like one of the last lines in the Grinch is that his heart grew 3 sizes that day. So obviously he goes through some drastic changes, which is why he's a dynamic character. And then our static character is President Snow from the Hunger Games because he doesn't change very much over the course of the books. So now I'm going to ask each of you to try to guess or apply this knowledge and guess which types of characters each of these are. So I'll go first. So Shrek is the protagonist in Shrek, and he's also a dynamic character as he kind of changes from a grumpy ogre to a friend and he falls in love at the end. And then he's also a round character because we know a lot about him. So we'll check. He's protagonist, dynamic, and round. So does somebody want to take each of these? There's 3 more. Do you want to volunteer?
I will take Lord Farquhar.
All right, go for it.
He's the antagonist. I know that much. As far as
Yep.
like other character traits, I don't really know what else he contributed.
Yeah. Okay, so he would be the antagonist, and then he's static because he doesn't change, and then he's flat because we don't really know that much about him. So great job with that. Rhiannon or Sakina, which one of you wants to do donkey?
I'm gonna do it. So I
Okay.
think he has a dynamic characteristic. Maybe.
Honestly, I'm not sure. Let me check. Okay, I have him as static because he's kind of friendly and upbeat the whole time. But then he's round because we learn more about him over time. So I can see why you said dynamic. And honestly, like so many things in literature, it's very much up to your discretion. So the way that you interpret donkey, he could be dynamic. So I'm not going to tell you that you're wrong because it's all about how you see him. So great job with that. And then, Rhiannon, would you like to take the gingerbread man?
So okay, I would say flat because I don't think we ever learned much about him, and static.
Yeah, perfect. Great job. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to have each of you make your own slide if you can get on this slides presentation. So I'll show you. This is kind of the instructions, and I'll come back to this. But these are the ones from yesterday. One of them did the 10 Things I Hate About You movie. One of them did Star Wars, and then I'm not entirely sure which movie this was. So you each have a slide on here if you want to go on there, and you can pick a movie or a book and do all characters from that, or just think of one character for each character type. So you'll have 6 of them. Does anybody have any questions?
Can you share the link for the slides here in the chat, please?
Yes, absolutely. Let me figure out how to get back to the chat. So you can add pictures or however you want to do it. Tanner, how did you get back to the chat? Oh, wait.
I was hoping you weren't going to ask me. But I think if you
Okay.
go to the meeting or at the top. Did you get it?
I
Oh, you got
think
it.
I got it. Let me know if that doesn't work. So just take a couple minutes to make your own slide, and then at the end, we will go through and look at each other's. And if you have any questions or you want some clarification on a character, just let me know and we can definitely discuss it. All right, how's it coming?
Good.
All right.
I'm pretty much done. I'm just
All right, great. I think we're gonna go ahead for the sake of time and discuss them. And then I also had a Kahoot, but still didn't get to it, so I don't think we're gonna do that. So we're gonna start with Rhiannon. Would you like to explain your slide to us?
I did Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Great
And
choice.
Ferris Bueller, he's the protagonist, the main character. We know a lot about him. And then I guess I don't know if he's really dynamic because I don't know if he changes in his ways at the end of the movie. Um, so I guess he could be more static. And then Mr. Rooney, the principal, is the antagonist, and he does not change at all by the end of the movie.
Yeah, great job. Those are all perfect. I think that Ferris would be considered dynamic. Most of the time, the protagonists are dynamic. So I think that's a great job. Nice application. And then Sakina, would you like to
Yeah, so
explain
for the
yours?
first one, I choose James Bond because in most of his movies, he maintains a constant personality and skills throughout like the movie. And for the second one, I choose Iron Man because, as I said, it's round, as it's a complex character with a rich background and personal growth.
Yeah, great job. Those are perfect examples. Thank you. And Tanner, nice movie choice.
I went with Frozen 1 specifically. Had to get Prince Hans in there. He's the antagonist. Um, Elsa is around dynamic. No, he's the antagonist, sorry. She's the protagonist. And
Yes.
then over here we got dear Olaf. I think he's pretty dynamic too.
Yes. Those are all absolutely correct. So nice job with that. Thank you everyone for humoring that and filling out your own. And thank you. Let's stop recording.